Canadian Hornet aerobatic team. Well done. So make sure their ground crew can hear your appreciation. Let's welcome them, the Focke-Wulf, the ME-262. Even if they were the bad guys all those years ago, it's great to see these pieces of flying history demonstrated here today. From the Military Aviation Museum, it is so great to have them here. Ray Fowler in the controls of the Focke-Wulf FW-190 from the Military Aviation Museum. Most BMWs don't sound like that these days, do they? The BMW 801 D2 radial and the music it makes, and now the jet sounds of yesteryear. The dual junkers Jumo turbojets of the Messerschmitt 262. Okay, I'm having a moment. Amazing. You are seeing history here for the first time in Canada. Ray Fowler smiling from year to year in the controls of the FW-190, the Military Aviation Museum from Virginia Beach. Wolf Chia in the sky in the ME-262. Here's a guy that flew with the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force Starfighters. CP-140, so let them know you appreciated their flight and their service. Give them a big play, please. And now 1,700 horsepower with a BMW 801 D2 radial. The Fokker. And the jet capable of 426 miles per hour. The dual jumpers, Jumo turbojets of the Swallow, the ME-262. The Butcher bird was first operational in 1941 and was superior to its prime opponent, the RAF Spitfire, in most areas of performance until the later Mark version was developed. Along with the BF-109, the FW-190 was the backbone of the Luftwaffe, serving in day and night fighter, ground attack, and fighter-bomber configurations. The ME-262, throttled Swallow, was the world's first operational combat jet, the very first. As such, it immediately outclassed all 50 fighters, would have been a serious threat if it had been available in significant numbers. It is painted as White 3, flown by Hans-Guido Lurke. Truss aircraft. Give Ray Fowler a huge wave, and make sure the folks from Virginia Beach, the Military Aviation Museum, know we have 262 using the longer runway, of course. I guess things like reverse thrust and all that stuff we have in modern jet aircraft, really not around when they got around to it for the very first time. So it needs lots of room to get landed. There's a Sopwith 1.5 Strutter from the World War I era. Followed by a Nieuport, followed by, yeah, you know the Red Baron story. The Fokker triplane. I'll tell you about these amazing flying machines once we get them into the sky. And we'll give Wolf a chance to see our appreciation when he taxis the 262 back in Hornet.
Because they don't have reverse thrust, so he has to have that much more landing space because it's just on brakes, right?
Stand And he's gunner Eller Sorensen.
The yellow with the horn.
To the 1.5 strutter.
Something to do with...
And are you ready for this? In the Nieuport 28, 83-year-old Jerry Fotheringham. And the Fokker DR1, Tom Fraser. Continental engine. Somewhat of a rarity amongst World War I replicas, and that it represents a two-seat fighter observation aircraft. The Fokker DR1, overall red of Manfred von Richthofen, chasing Eddie Rickenbacher's Nieuport 28. That's the paint scheme. And underneath from the Second World War, Mr. Gia, and of course, the ME-262. What a picture. Also here for the Great War Flying Museum is the SE-5A, and of course the highest scoring Germany, von Richthofen. Manfred von Richthofen in the all-red Baron Fokker triplane, the DR1. Of course, preying on the much slower Sopwith 1.5 strutter. It is interesting that the main role of the aircraft in the Great War was for observation, and yet the vast majority of replicas built today represent single-seat fighters constructed with a steel fuselage that is certainly conformed to original dimensions, as these aircraft, of course, are reconstructions. But this is pretty much what they look like for sure, and what they sounded like all those years ago when it all began. Playing the role of the Red Baron is Tom Fraser today at the Great War Flying Museum. He is a 777 pilot during the week. In fact, has the most hours on the 777. Period. But on the weekend, as you can see, enjoys flying the Great War Flying Museum. Canada's only Great War Flying Aircraft Museum. Airplanes, uniforms, medals. They're open 11 to 4, Saturdays and Sundays, statutory holidays, and Victoria Day weekend in May until Labor Day weekend in September. The hangar also has crews on site. Talk to you about what they do. It is constructed in such a way as to balance historical accuracy with the use of maintenance and airplane longevity. As much as possible, historical detail is to pay attention to, but in some instances, necessity has dictated various changes due to their long distance trips from time to time. Tom Fraser, all that time in the 777, bringing the Fokker DR1 back to the ground, and the CF-18, celebrating the common thread that unites us all, our diversity. Check the airplane out as it goes by. If you didn't get a close-up look at the airplane, go to the Airshow Facebook page. You'll get to meet Patrick. You'll get to see the airplane close-up. I posted video this morning. You'll get to see what it looks like from his perspective in the sky. Very shortly, we'll be handing things over to Major Trevor Dewey, who's going to tell us all about this amazing flying machine.
Lieutenant General of London, Commander of the RCAF, and Major General Cinnamon, Commander of the 1 Canadian Air Division. It gives me great pleasure to describe today's Royal Canadian Air Force CF-18 Hornet air demonstration roll, followed by the Cuban 8. The CF-18 will be flying just below the speed of sound at more than 1,000 kilometers an hour, which is only half its maximum. Ladies and gentlemen, from the left, the CF-18 high speed pass.
Wrapped up in a milk and put a great big expensive boat in it.
Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum, and all those that helped in organizing the Hamilton Airshow. From Crown Center, Pocho, and the CF-18 Hornet.
They are coming up next. But let's give them a huge wave from the right side all the way to the left side. As in coast to coast, the speed brake is up. Patrick, well done at your CF-18. Patrick Coleman in the CF-18.